Welcome back. Let's get you an exclusive chat now with the management of NTPC Green as the IPO is launched today. It's a 10,000 crore IPO with an offer for shares in the price range of 102 to 108. Let's hear out.
So there is nothing from the OFS side. So this is a completely fresh issue.
For 10,000 crores.
Yeah, the complete 10,000 crores. So this is the dilution which is happening rather than, so all the new shares will be issued. And this is to meet our capital requirement and further going forward for the transition. As you know that NTPC is the largest power generating company. I'm told every time that whenever there is a power, NTPC just comes instantly in their mind. So similarly, going forward, whenever there will be green power, I think NTPC Green Energy will come to this. And that is what our ambition is. We have already chalked out programs to go up to 60 gigawatt by 2032. And this is what we had declared almost about 2.5 years back. Today, when the storage prices are coming down, we believe that we will be able to achieve that before 2032 rather than waiting up to 2032. So this public offer is to raise only 10,000 crore at present, and depending on the requirement of the capex, and as per the guidelines of the SEBI, we will be required to dilute up to 25% in 3 years.
So what is the plan for the 10,000 crore rupees? How do you plan to use the proceeds from the IPO?
The proceeds of this 10,000 would be essentially for filling our capital expenditure. It's almost 19 gigawatt in the next 3.5 years. But however, intermittently we may use the proceeds also to retire some of the costly loans temporarily. But broadly speaking, it is meant for a capital expenditure.
So right now, if you could give us a sense of debt to equity and pre and post IPO, what is it now, and post the IPO, what would it look like?
The present debt equity is 1.91. But however, we will be implementing all this with a debt equity ratio of 80-20.
Okay. And
so leveraging 1:4. And so at present we are quite comfortable. But our growth plans are also very aggressive. As of today, we are having only 3.3 gigawatt, means 3,300 megawatt operational, whereas we have more than 11 gigawatt, which is 11,000 megawatt under construction. So we are commissioning 3,000 megawatt in this financial year, means up to March, and 5,000 megawatt in next financial year, and another 8,000 megawatt in FY 26-27. So by FY 27, we should be having 19 gigawatt or 19,000 megawatt.
That was
projects.
actually my next question.
So I know that, and this is the kind of the capex requirement which is going to go forward, and that is the reason Director of Finance just mentioned that it will be temporarily if there is some kind of loan repayment, but going forward we will be requiring more and more capex on that. We are going to play very, very important role in the energy transition. As you know that NTPC supplies almost 1/4 of the electricity to the entire country. We have the pan-India presence. So similarly, NTPC Green Energy will be playing the similar role, that it will be leading green energy company which will be having footprint almost everywhere. But to start with, what we are doing is that the areas where there is a maximum potential for the solar and wind, we are focusing on that, which is like Gujarat, Rajasthan, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana. These are the states where we started, but going forward we will be going almost across the country wherever there is a potential, whether it's for solar or wind. But more importantly, there is two other important things into that, which is the storage solution, because as you know that solar is only during the daytime when the sun shines. So what happens when there is a sunsets and there is off solar hours? So there is a requirement of the storage solution.
For round the clock?
For, if not the round the clock, at least for the peak requirement. Round the clock is the next thing. So to meet the peak requirement and to have the grid stability during the day when there is excess solar. So it's a both, there is a combination of that. So there will be huge capex requirement for the storage solutions. We are working on that also. And going forward, there will be the another important segment, which is the fourth segment, which is called the green molecule. And green molecule is green hydrogen and green hydrogen based derivatives. The derivatives are green methanol, green ethanol. Then going forward, there will be aviation, sustainable aviation fuel. So those kind of things which will be then taking place. Let me add here that about 10 years back, when the solar started and when the first megawatt was commissioned in Gujarat, there was some apprehension in the minds of the many people that what is going to happen. And today everybody is accepting very well, and everybody has joined this kind of momentum on that. Similarly, going forward, there will be storage solution as well as the green molecule solution, which will be
Sure. So you said that in till 2019, the plan is for 19 gigawatts. What does
27.
Till 27.
FY 27, we will be having 19 gigawatt commission, but that does not mean only 19 gigawatt. There is a work which is going on continuously, and what we intend is that what we had said about the 60 gigawatt by 2032, we should be in a position to commission that before that.
Right.
That's what.
But in terms of capex, what does it translate into absolute numbers? How much of
So
capex?
let me give to the Director of Finance exact numbers, but let me give you the kind of some numbers which is kind of ballpark figures what you require for the per megawatt of solar and per megawatt of wind. Our strategy is to have almost 90% of the solar and 10% only wind. As far as the solar is concerned, it takes approximately 5 crore per megawatt. And this also, there is a difference of the AC and DC, but you can say that with a kind of 28-29% CUF, with the capex requirement is around 5 crore per megawatt. And for the wind, it is approximately 8 crore per megawatt. So if you put together, this is going to cross 3 lakh crores, means 3.25 lakh crores for the 60 gigawatt going forward. So that itself is only solar plus the wind. Then there will be a storage component, and then there will be a kind of green molecule component. So it's going, as we go along, our requirement will go on increasing, because we have to go aggressively on this end, and we have to really work towards this transition. The 500 gigawatt by 2030, and which has been announced by the government, we have to play a very important role into that. And further 2070, which is the net zero. So it's put together, our contribution will be quite significant into that.
Well, a very important conversation there with NTPC Green Energy. The IPO opens on November 19th, and the implied market cap of close to 91,000 crore. Well, with that, it's a wrap on this edition of Halftime Report. Business Lunch will take all the action ahead.